Alright, in this video, I'm going to walk you through how I go about doing electrolysis on a cannonball right here. Alright, Buddy found this in one of the pits today, and we're going to do electrolysis on this cannonball. Why do you got to do electrolysis? If you notice here, if you look real close, look at all the iron that's all up on top of here. This was actually found in the ground, but the ground still has salt in it, so you need to do it to pull the salt out of it and to loosen this up here and get it down to bare metal so you can actually coat it with a preservative so it won't do it again, so it seals it up. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take it out here into my electrolysis tank, and what we'll do first is we're going to clean a spot on here, probably right in this here, pretty close to the steel right here. I'll take my belt grinder and just get to bare metal here. You got to get to bare metal to put the electrode right here on it to get it started. Then I'll show you how to mix all the wood up and all. Let's go ahead and check it out. All right, you can see exposed metal right there, barely getting through that outside layer. That's where we'll connect the negative terminal. I'm going to show you that now. All right, how I connect my terminal there is I got this right here. And what I'll do is I'll take my magnet. I try to do this with one hand. But I'll take my magnet, and that magnet will sit there and hold that right on that exposed metal, and that will give me conductivity to the metal and the ball. You'll see it right off the bat. Once we put it in here, it'll start bubbling. So we know we did a good job. All right, here we go. All right, you want to get a nice container where the ball will be below the water level. You want to put a little bit of baking soda in it just to give it a little bit of conductivity. On the positive side, you want some kind of some metal. It's called a sacrificial metal, and they will eat that away right there. You want to keep your terminal out of the water if you can, because it'll eat that up too. The next thing you want to do is drop this into the water so it's submerged like that, so it's completely submerged underneath. And what we should see in just a minute is some bubbles coming up. Let's get that just a couple seconds, and I'll show you. All right, it's only been a couple minutes, but if you look close, you see the bubbles coming up on it right there. You see them coming up right there, and it's all over it. The bubbles will come up. That way you know it's working, and you know the electrode over here has got a few bubbles coming up on it, but that's coming up good. If you do this, and all of a sudden you'll see nothing but bubbles coming up over here on the connector there, you know you didn't get a good connection. But as you see, that bubbles are coming up good off the whole ball. So we know we got a good connection over here to steel. If you don't have that good connection there, it won't work. You got to have that. I like using the magnet. Some people actually drill holes in the cannonballs. I don't like doing that. I just like exposing a little bit of metal because you're going to coat that anyway with some preservative after the fact. And I'll show you that later on. But we're going to have to give this thing a few days and see how she does. This metal right here that you see in here will just fall off. And I'm going to show you that. It'll just fall off. Give it probably about 2 or 3 days, it'll just be falling off of it. What we're using right now is just a cheap, I got a couple of them over here. This is just a 12-volt adapter. I probably went to a computer or something. 12-volt DC. This is a 2-amp, which is more than enough to do the job right here. You can do it with a lot less than that, actually. But looking good. All right, stay tuned. We'll do an update in a couple days. All right, it's been about 4 days. This cannonball's been in here, and we're going to take it out and see how she looks. What y'all think? We're going to disconnect my electric connector here. Now, what do we do? We're going to take this outside and see how easy this stuff comes off right now. It's coming off. Oh, look at that. It's popping off already. Let's go ahead and check it out. Here we go. All right, let's see how easy this stuff comes off here. I'm just going to tap it. Oh, look at that. See how it popped right off? It would not. There it goes. It's coming right off very easily. Look at that. You probably take it, look at that. It's almost getting you completely round here. Look at that. Popping right off. Let's kind of blast it off a little bit. It's looking good. Looking real good. Look at the seam on it right there. That's beautiful. It's got a couple little spots here. We'll just kind of tap it. Look at that stuff popping right off. I could probably take a little wire brush and go over it now and kind of clean the rest of it up and kind of get another analysis of what it looks like, but it may be okay right now. Let me go hit it with a little wire brush and knock the rest of it off and see what it looks like. I took a couple of pieces of 100 grit paper and just kind of rolled the ball around in it, and it is looking really good and smooth all the way around now. That seam is cool on it. We're going to wash this up one last time and see if it looks good. We got a couple of nicks in it where it was probably fired, but other than that, it's looking really good. And then all the rust came right off. All right, one more clean up and I think we might be done. All right, she's cleaned up and ready to go. You can see the metal coming through everywhere around, all the way around it now. And the seam right there where they made it right there is really cool. All right, the next thing we want to do is I'm going to actually put this on my grill for a few minutes just to heat it up and make sure there's no moisture in it. We'll get all the moisture out of it. And so we'll heat it up 250, then let it cool back down. And then we'll apply the coating on the outside and it's going to look beautiful. All right, stay tuned. We're going to heat it up, clear it, no moisture in it, and coat it. All right, it's ready to go. Still a little bit warm from being in the heating it up like I did. What we use to coat this with is this right here, Gimpler's Rust Converter. It works wonders. It turns like a black coating and converts the rust to a different compound, basically. But what we'll do first, look, we got on right there. I'll put just a little bit in a container here. It doesn't take much at all to work. It's going to kind of dry pretty fast first because it's a little bit warm. So it's probably going to do it. I got it on plastic. If you put it on paper or something, it'll stick to it. You want to do it on a plastic cover and get it good and coated. Sorry, I'm sitting here trying to do stuff with one hand, coat it, but it'll turn like a black on the outside. All right, let me get this started up with two hands here. Kind of hard to do it with one hand. And I'll show you once I get it coated up. Stay tuned. And we are done. Another Cannonball, beautifully preserved. This one was actually found in my 1600 speed property, and everything goes to the owner. So this will be going to the owner of the property. It's pretty cool. I hope y'all can see it. That mold seam right there. That's where it was, when the iron was pulled in there, it had two halves that opened up, and that's the seam around the edge right there. That's pretty cool right there. Look at that. But it's now can be handled. Everybody can, it's good to put your hand on a relic. It just means more to you when you hold it and feel it. And it's nice and heavy. And this coating right here, you know, you don't get any dirt on you, nothing. It's nice and clean, so you can handle it all day long. That is awesome right there. This is the third Cannonball from that property. And she's got them all. Pretty cool. All right. Hope that helps some of y'all if y'all want to do some electrolysis. Appreciate everybody coming along. Don't forget to click like, comment below, share, subscribe to the Gigmaster. We'll see you in the next adventure tomorrow. Stay tuned.